Hi, everybody. Happy Me Time with Ween. I'm so glad to be back again. And I want to ask you those wonderful questions that I always ask you. Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been spending time with yourself? Have you been giving yourself the time that you deserve? Um, just to think, just a moment, just even 5 seconds, right? Just 5 seconds, just to think what you want to think or not to think at all. Have you given yourself that moment? Have you been taking care of your eyesight, your ear sight, right? When's the last time you went to the doctor, got checked up? What have you been doing for you lately? You know you are very important. Most important, you're important to God. He loves you so much. That's why He sends me here to remind you you need me time. All right, friends, there's something I want to share with you today, and it's called Can You Hear the Music? Few weeks ago, my daughter and I were coming from somewhere, and she was in her car, and I was in my car, and she was following along behind me. And in my car, it was quiet. I didn't have music on or anything. I was just riding quietly until I started hearing music. And at first, I was like, where is it coming from? And because there weren't any other cars next to me, come to find out it was my car. It was coming from my car. Well, what had happened was my daughter's in my car sometimes, and she had hooked up her iPhone to my car stereo. So, anytime her device is hooked up to my car stereo, and she plays her music, it comes right through, and it's wonderful. I love it. But she wasn't in my car. Now she's in her car behind me. But her device is still catching up with my stereo in my car and is playing her music. So we're driving along, and all of a sudden the music stops. And I look behind me, come to find out a car got between us. So she's not in close proximity to me anymore. I can't hear the music. So as we're driving, then the car goes away and I can hear the music again. Well, friends, I want to ask you, can you hear the music? Are you close enough to God to hear the music? Are you close enough to Him to hear His voice? Are you close enough to Him to get direction? Because when you're close enough to Him, you're going to hear Him. But if you let something come between you, you're not going to hear His voice anymore. You're not going to get any direction. You're going to be confused. You're going to be stagnated because you can't hear His voice. In the Bible, you have the New Testament and the Old Testament. And in between the New and Old Testament, it's like 400 years that there wasn't a prophet around. Prophets usually told people what God was saying. But at this particular time, the people had just gone away from God so much till God was like, you don't want to hear me? Yeah, I'm quiet. But they were so far for 400 years. Can you imagine not hearing God for 400 years? I can't. I need to hear Him every day, every moment. I want to know what to do, where to go, what's happening. I'm just asking questions. I'm all in. But there's those times when there's a blockage and I can't hear Him. And when that happens, I need to know what I need to do to get that blockage away so I can hear God again, because I need His direction. Have you been that way? Well, I'm encouraging you to hear the music. Hear the music. And if you can't hear the music, then there might be a blockage. There's something that you need to get rid of. I like the movie, I call it Night Train, but it's called Polar Express. And in the beginning of it, it's a Christmas a Christmas movie. In the beginning, there's a bell, right, in the movie. And the young man, he is trying to believe. He wants to believe in Santa Claus. Of course, he doesn't. But towards the end of the movie, they show you him believing in Santa Claus and being able to hear this bell. Now, when he doesn't believe in Santa Claus, he can't hear the bell. When he does believe in Santa Claus, he hears the bell. Well, I'm encouraging you, listen to that bell. And if you can't hear the bell, find out what the blockage is, right? In your me time. You can use your me time for this, okay? All right. Happy me time with Ween. Love you guys. Bye.